Can't say I expected Neil Riz to be a focal point of Skeleton Crew episode 4, but I'm here for it.
Rizzler.
Guys, episode 4 of Skeleton Crew just came out. We just watched it, titled Can't Say I Remember No Atten. I really enjoyed this episode. The direction by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, the Dans.
Yeah.
They did great. Mick Giacchino once again crushing it with the music and the editing. I said it last week, but those comedic cuts, I really enjoyed that. The star here of this episode was not only just Neil, but the performances by the kids in particular, I thought really strong. Fern had a great character moment here. Wim had a great character moment. Even KB got little moments there. Real moments of emotion in that scene between Wim and Fern. These are really believable kid characters. I think that's a tough thing to do.
Definitely.
It really comes through in the performances and in the writing.
Overall, I liked it. Probably my least favorite of the 4 episodes, but I don't know. We'll see. I think it's interesting that we've answered a couple questions, but then now we've got 100 more questions.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole time we were like, well, what's going on? What's going on? It's very interesting. I did enjoy myself. As you said, the comedic timing was great. Jod just being like, just shoot me. Like,
comedy's really good.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel quippy. It feels earned. Like every joke feels earned.
This mystery is just so weird with these jewel planets. Why are there only certain alien races on there? Why does the war-torn world look more like Star Wars and have that iconography that we know? But at Atten, it has Star Tours iconography.
Yes, it's almost like Earth, right?
Yes, it is almost like Earth. But although that merry-go-round,
I don't know about that either.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be the Kim of this episode.
Oh my gosh.
That might be it.
I think you were onto something during our reaction where you said that the supervisor could be kind of like the high evolutionary from Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I wonder, because like that would make sense why there'd be copies of planets.
Yeah. In Guardians 3, right, we see the high evolutionary basically creating like a perfect Earth.
Yes.
And they fail, and so he keeps trying. And this almost seems like the jewels of the Old Republic were templates, like, and he tried 9 times because there were 9 of them, and then finally it worked with that Atten, and that's why it's closed off.
Yes, and then the other ones were destroyed. Okay, I tried at perfection, but it doesn't work, so I'm just going to let them become war-torn.
Yeah, and just kind of wipe the slate clean.
Yeah, well, they just wipe themselves out. Yeah. That's the whole thing, that like my perfect world, whatever, it's not going to happen anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because my mind went directly to like Death Star when it talks about destroying in last episode, but I think this is more accurate. Like when it says these planets were destroyed, it means like they were kind of leveled, basically.
Yes.
I can almost see like an orbital bombardment, something like that by the supervisor before they move on to this next planet. Because they're the same races, the Icthorians, the Rhodians, the humans,
and then and the fact that all the buildings
we didn't see one of Neil's races here. So maybe Neil's like the secret component. Maybe they needed that race.
Maybe, I don't know. The kid warrior, she didn't seem like that she had ever seen something like Neil before.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That is interesting. That is a key difference here. That could explain why Neil had such a highlight in this episode. Like he was definitely the character, the kid we were focusing on the most. Yeah. While everybody else sort of took a back seat. It makes it evident that we don't see aliens like him on this planet. Yeah. I think you're onto something with the high evolutionary supervisor theory. I think that's definitely leading us to hopefully getting closer to solving this mystery, because we get to the supervisor tower. You see all of the coordinates except for Atten, because we finally figure out SM-33 has been commanded.
Yes.
He destroyed
programmed it.
Which great little piece of setup and payoff, foreshadowing from the first episode with Fern telling her droid, hey, I'm upstairs studying. Yeah. And kind of making that connection. I thought that was just a really great payoff and piece of writing here. Yeah.
That throwaway line from the first episode. Can't say I remember no Atten.
Yeah.
But, there's a reason why. Yeah, this whole show is really thought out.
It is. I think it's going to be really fun to go back and rewatch once we get the full picture, because we're going to pick up things in that first episode like, oh my gosh, they were spelling it out.
They were telling us. Yeah.
Excited to kind of comb through some of the more hidden details here for when we talk about this on Friday.
I think that the show's strength comes from the fact that like they're telling an overarching story, but like they can have these little mini adventures within, the overall story of trying to get home. Yeah. And really reminds me of season 1 of Mando. And I think that's serialized. Yes. Sure. I think that it has it's a really good strength.
Hey, you appreciate this type of content? Consider subscribing, maybe hit the old like button, and check out the full show Beyond the Dune Sea here on Friday, 6 p.m. EST on YouTube. We're going to be diving deep, probably arguing about merry-go-rounds and owls, if you're lucky. We might get into some of that territory like we did last week.
Yes.
We'll see you on Friday, 6 p.m. EST.